Hey guys, how's it going? F8 Alpha here, and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Now, Inquisitor Martyr just had a update, and the first milestone has been put into place here. So, this is patch 2.0, and let's see what patch 2.0 brought for us here. So, patch 2.0 brought the open world update, is what they're calling it. It is an expanded open world and activities for the sandbox features. You also can do investigation missions where you basically, it's like a series of missions in order to complete a goal. And there's also more complex missions that they brought into the game with this recent patch. They've also brought crafting into the game, and so I'll be showing a little bit of that further on in the gameplay here. Additionally, they brought some basic salvaging. So there's a tech priest now where you can basically salvage items and craft new items, including all the weapons and the armor, and you can get the rare or the green items crafted now, so that is a huge step in the right direction. Also, there's blueprints that are implemented in the game, and towards the end of this gameplay I actually found a rare artifactor blueprint, a purple one, and so basically it's for a shotgun, and it has some very unique qualities that come with that blueprint. So if you continue to watch the gameplay towards the end, you will see that and see how that plays out. Additionally, there's the customizable skill crafting, so the inoculator. So basically this can boost your damage for a set amount of time and for a set amount, like a set value. For instance, you can do 60% more damage for 5 seconds. So if you get swarmed by a large horde of heretics, you can go ahead and pop that skill, and for 5 seconds your damage will be increased by 60%, which could be very, very useful if you're coming against, say, a couple of Space Marines and a Dreadnought or something along those lines, where you just get absolutely outgunned and there's nowhere to really get cover. There's also some increases in the leveling and the progression of the character. There's also perks that were implemented in this latest patch here. So now you have a couple of passive abilities that you can go ahead and implement on your Inquisitor. Also, the environment, the weapons have been, I guess, refined. They look a lot better. If you look at the Inquisitor, you can see that the graphics, the detail on his armor and his weapons and the effects of his weapons have clearly been refined. The developers have touched that up a bit, made it a bit more clear, and that's great considering that we're still in alpha. We're just now reaching the first milestone, and also the star system has been massively opened up. However, you can still only go to one sector. But with that said, you can clearly see how this is expanding and how the developers are taking it to a larger scale for the final release of the game. Now, I wanted to quickly touch on the patch coming in late March, early April, so that should be just around the corner here, hopefully in a week or two. With that, we will be getting a new Inquisitor. We'll be having the Assassin as a playable Inquisitor, and that is a stealth-oriented gameplay Inquisitor, so it's not so tanky. The Crusader, obviously, the character that we have now, is very tanky. He's got the heavy armor, he's got the heavy weapons. The Assassin, as you would imagine, is the stealthier, faster, more precise, hard-hitting Inquisitor. Obviously not with the heavy armor. but maybe some avoidance skills or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Also, with that patch that's coming, hopefully in a couple weeks, like I said, March, early April, there will be a special star map location with that. Now, these facts I'm getting directly off the website, which I will link in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and take a look for yourselves on the roadmap and the things that are upcoming. But continuing on with this future patch, hopefully just right around the corner, we're also going to have Puritan and Radical faction progression on a morality chart. Additionally, we're going to have new environmental settings. So I'm hoping to see a little bit different map here. We have the outdoors map, kind of like a swamp looking map. We have the indoors map, which is very imperial. So I'm hoping to see something a little bit different. And I'm thinking that's going to come with the next patch, as it says new environmental settings. So that is what I would imagine. Now, looking forward from the third patch, which we just talked about, there will be a fourth patch, and what that is called the Inquisitorial Fortress, Imperial Rebels, and the first season. Now, this is super exciting because they're bringing in the fortress, they're bringing in a new faction, the Imperial Rebels, obviously, but also they're starting to implement the seasons. As I said in my previous videos, seasons are basically focused on a particular criteria or a particular agenda that the developer wants you to pursue. So for instance, you might get some type of additional weapons or experience or maybe Caligari coins for completing a specific task in that particular season, and the seasons will only last for a particular amount of time. Regardless, pushing forward here, let's continue on with the fourth update. So additionally, on top of that, you're going to have your Inquisitorial Fortress. This is a customized hideout, infiltrating, and you can infiltrate other fortresses from other players. And there will be obviously the Imperial Rebels, which will be great. The more that you can expand the enemy types and the different experience you can give is always a good thing in a game. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it different. Now, the first season is going to be a free content patch, and it runs for 3 months. So you'll have 3 months to complete these various tasks. So it says that there's going to be a strong central theme, which is great. I'd like to see what that is. Maybe it's going to be hunting down a specific Imperial type of unit. I'm just guessing, obviously. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. But that is coming in April, July. That is set to come out there. Now, this game's full release is set for the third quarter of 2017, and the full release is going to include obviously the story-based single-player campaign, more environmental variants. Also, there's going to be vehicular combat involved, Cabal Wars, and then there's going to be different enemy types like the Alpha Legion, the Night Lords, and the Dark Eldar. Now, this is surprising news, guys. I didn't know this until right now, but the Dark Eldar are going to be implemented here in the third quarter, which is amazing. Once again, expanding on the enemy types that you come against in different locations is going to massively make the replayability of this game huge. You guys are going to be able to play this game and it won't get old because the different unit types, the different map locations, different weapons and armor, they're always expanding. They're going to be adding content. Obviously, this is just the full release we're talking here. We haven't got into anything after that. So the patches, the expansions, the what have you, we haven't got there yet because there's been no information given yet. But back to the point, the variance in the unit types we're coming against is super exciting, in my opinion, coming from Diablo, coming from a couple other ARPGs. To have the variation is key in an ARPG, excuse me. And it's just exciting to see that they're implementing these in the game. So with that said, guys, so there you have it, guys. There's an update of what we got in the latest patch and what's coming here in the next few weeks. So just sit back, watch the gameplay, and make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video so you can see that rare schematic I found, that rare blueprint, that shotgun with that unique qualities. And with that said, guys, I am F8 Alpha, and I will catch you guys next time.